I made a lot of people race on this super chain. Craze back outside and it's right here. It's that super bass. I just woke up and I'm like, what I'm finna do today? Measurements, major flips, makes sense. Okay, let's go. Going up, I'm going long. I told the squad, meet at the base. Punt the bags, I punt the stock. It must be hard to keep the pace. 7 figures out the songs, that was the outcome of my pain. We're bringing $1 billion on chain.
Some people gon' leave whenever there's tough times, but shout out to the real ones that stuck by. Dark days make you appreciate when there's sunshine. Reason I trust mine. Look, I got some moves to make. I gotta get it right now, I refuse to wait. Really don't do the fakes. I gotta keep my grind slow just to view the snakes. If only you knew the stakes. Taking these risks to pursue was great. I got some moving bass. Now I'm on chain and I'm using bass. Using bass. Now I'm on chain and I'm using bass. I've been outside, I'ma choose my faith. Cooking the shit of a food on plates. And then when Rio be standing on business, there ain't no way we can lose this race. I had to manage the damage inflicted. Put on the gas, we don't use the brakes. Nah. So many chains I've been able to mint. So many ways now I'm taking my pick. Bullet the best while I'm still in the market. Wallets on wallets, I'm staking a bit. Bass like I'm Little B. Say what I say, now she feel to me. Make what I make, now they shielding me.
Big dog, big drums, big bass. When she look around, she see bass. Try to play keep up, but it's way too late.
On chain is the next online.
Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday if you're in another part of the world. I'm Jesse Pollock, the creator of Base. Denver, you want to quickly introduce yourself?
I'm Denver. I'm from DevFolio. We're helping run this build-a-thon with Jesse and the team. Super excited.
And we're super, super excited to be here to kick off Based Around the World, our on-chain build-a-thon combined with a global tour that's going to help bring builders around the world on-chain, help them build incredible things and change the world together. And so I'm going to give a little high-level overview of why we're doing this, what we're excited to see, how we're hoping folks show up. And then I'm going to hand it over to Denver, who's going to talk a little bit more about the logistics, how to get involved, how to sign up, and how to become an awesome builder on-chain. And so with that, next slide. I want to start with the why at the highest level. Why are we here? And that is because we are building a global on-chain economy that increases innovation, creativity, and freedom. A vision of bringing the whole world on-chain because we believe that that can lead to a better world where individuals, where small businesses, where big businesses use this technology platform to transform their lives, transform their businesses for the better. And that's not something that we can do alone. It's something that's actually going to require all of us. And when you think about who is that all of us, it's the people watching this stream right now. It's builders around the world. And increasingly, those builders are really all around the world. If you look at the data, more than 70% of on-chain builders are outside of the United States. And they're increasingly in places like Nigeria and Kenya and India and Indonesia and Thailand and India and Philippines and Singapore, where they're seeing really, really hard problems on the ground. And then they're using this new technology platform to solve them. And in doing that, they are changing their lives, they're changing their communities' lives, and they're making the world a better place. And so that's what we're seeing happen right now. We're seeing the world start to be transformed by this new technology. And we're seeing it happen and led by builders in these countries all around the world who are raising their hands and saying, I want to build, I want to change the world. And so what we're doing is we're leaning in. We are doing everything we can to support builders like you to actually go get cool stuff done. Next slide. What does that actually look like? We're spending the next 2 months going around the world. We're starting that with a 2-week build-a-thon with 4 local sub-build-a-thons in Africa, in India, in Southeast Asia, and in Latin America. And then we're capping all that off with a world tour where me and the Base team are literally going to fly to Nairobi, then Bangalore, then Bangkok, then Singapore, then Manila to meet builders in person, hear what you build, celebrate all of the incredible progress made in the build-a-thon, listen and learn about what challenges you're still facing, and then do everything we possibly can to solve them. And so right now, why are we here? We're here to talk about the regional build-a-thons. Rather than doing one monolithic global build-a-thon, we said, hey, here are 4 places where there's incredible builder energy that's already organically emerging. In Africa, led by the Based Africa community. In LATAM, led by the Based LATAM community. In India, led by Farcaster Builders India, FBI. And in Southeast Asia, where we have the Based Southeast Asia community coming together. We're seeing all this organic energy. So rather than having one build-a-thon, let's do 4. And let's have a localized, customized, close experience in each of those regions so that the builders who are close to each other, who are seeing the same problems, can connect with each other, can learn, can get funding, can get support, and can be helped in whatever way possible to build incredible things on chain. And so that's what's going on. It's 2 weeks long. Denver's going to walk through all the details, but I want to start with a high level what. What should you be building during this build-a-thon? And there's really 2 paths that we have. The first is what people would probably more traditionally call the hackathon. And this is building an on-chain app that solves a challenge in your community. You know, this is probably a great fit for if you're a developer or you're a product person or you're a designer. You know, you're going to get a team together and you're going to build something on-chain that makes an impact. And you're going to, go through all the code process. You're going to probably use AI tools to move faster. You're going to hopefully put it on mainnet, start getting real users, talking to them, learning what's better. You have 2 weeks to build something that's really impactful. Or if you already have an existing product, you can say, hey, we want to use these 2 weeks to build a new feature, something that's going to make an impact in our local community. You can do that too. And that's the first path. It's kind of the traditional path that I think everyone knows about. But the second path is equally important. And this is that base is for everyone and everyone can be a builder. So you don't have to be technical to be a builder. You don't have to be a developer to be a builder, and you don't have to build a new product to be a builder. Instead, there's a second path where you use existing on-chain tools to create real-world impact in your community by bringing people on-chain. Maybe this looks like educating your local elementary school or middle school. Maybe this looks like bringing together people who are skaters and helping them understand how on-chain can help them. Maybe this looks like building something new in the physical world in your community, leveraging on-chain technology to make that easier, to fund it. The world is your oyster. But if you are someone who's excited about the vision of bringing the world on-chain, but maybe you don't yet have the technical skills, this is the challenge for you. And we're so excited to see what you build in this category, because in the on-chain summer build-a-thon, this was one of the most exciting categories. We saw so many ideas of people building unplugged, kind of offline on-chain products that we actually doubled the number of prizes because there's so much energy, so much creativity, and I expect nothing less here. So everyone can be a builder. You don't have to be technical to be a builder, and we want you to build something just using the tools that exist today. So that's the what. Build an app or build something cool in your local community with existing tools. Now, how about the how? The first thing is that we're bringing the world on-chain together. This isn't something that I can do alone, that Denver can do alone, that Base can do alone, that Coinbase can do alone. It's really going to take all of us all around the world making it happen. And so when we're thinking about how is this build-a-thon going to work and how are you going to be successful in the build-a-thon, I'd really encourage folks to find other people to build with. It's so much more fun when you're not building alone. And it's so much more fun when you're building with like-minded people who believe in you, who give you feedback, who challenge you, and who help you build better. And we're going to be here to support you. And so if you have questions, you can jump in Discord, you can ask on Twitter, you can DM me, and I'll do whatever I can to help you be successful. We are building this together. So that's the first thing. Find your people, build together. And we're actually going to be doing a ton of local meetups in every single region, hopefully in every single country in every single region, where you can actually come together in person with other builders to meet people, to connect, to find like-minded folks, and to build really, really cool things. So that's the first thing. The second thing, next slide. Actually go back one. Second thing, I said it again, but I need to say it twice, 3 times, as many times as possible. Anyone can be a builder. You do not have to be a developer to be a builder. You do not have to be a designer to be a builder. If you're building community, you are a builder. If you're building a brand or a voice or writing, you're a builder. If you're building art or creativity, you're a builder. And we want to see you and your creativity show up in this build-a-thon. And so don't be afraid. Don't have that voice in your head scare you from participating. Instead, lean in and say, I can be a builder, bring that builder mindset to whatever your skill set is and get building. So that's the second thing. The third thing, build in the open. Share what you're building on Twitter. Share it on Warpcast. Post every week in Base Builds, and you'll actually get more funding consistently alongside any future hackathon prizes you might win. The more you can build in the open, the more we're going to be able to see what you're building and help you and amplify and help you be successful. And other people are going to be able to see what you're building and help you be successful. And I think most importantly, the more you're actually going to inspire people around you to build too. Because you can kind of think about on-chain a little bit like a virus, right? Some of us have it right now and we see this better future. We're living it, we're breathing it, we're experiencing it. But the best way to convince new people is not to tell them. It's impossible. We have to show them. We have to show them what's possible with this new technology stack, how we can actually build better products, how we can solve hard problems that have been unsolved for decades by leveraging this new technology platform. And the way we do that is by building in the open and showing our work and showing the impact that we're making every single day on chain, online, on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Dracula, on Zora, on Rodeo, on every single platform we can, so that we can reach the maximum number of people who can then see what we're doing and come be a part of it with us. And then the final thing is that I hope you get to build with your friends. And if you don't have friends who want to build with you, I hope you get to make some new friends. Because building should be fun, and it should be something that we wake up and are excited to do, and should be something that we can vibe out with our people doing. And when I think about my experience, my lived experience building Base, I think one of the things that is most meaningful to me is all of the friends that I've made along the way. And I actually think like Denver is a pretty prime example of that. Denver and I didn't know each other like 5 months ago. And then in like maybe like April of this year, May, we were like, we want to do a big build-a-thon in June. And like Denver and the Devfolio team we got connected and we started building together. And like almost immediately, the energy was just there. Like they were matching us. We were getting creative. They were coming up with new ideas. And we went from zero to the largest on-chain build-a-thon that has ever happened in human history in like 6 weeks. Literally 7,500 people signed up, 1,200 projects were built. And through that, I think we built a friendship and we built a collaboration where now me and Denver are in each other's DMs. We're like brainstorming and we're talking and we're throwing ideas back and forth and we're feeling this energy that is generative and creative and I think is integral to enabling us to actually get to this next phase of bringing people on chain faster and faster and faster. And so my guess is that all of you have some of those people in your life already. I hope you can build with them. If not, don't be afraid to reach out to new people. Don't be afraid to make new connections, to say hi to someone. And maybe if you're someone who is like a little bit more visible or has a little bit more of a platform, reach out to someone who doesn't and help them connect with someone. Help them make a new friend. Help them feel a part of this movement that we are building. Because the more we can build with our friends, the more fun we're going to have. And the more fun we have while we're building, the bigger an impact we're going to have on the world. So build with your friends. And the last thing I'll say, actually I have two more things, but we have been so lucky to have so many friends who have come together to make this possible. In Based Africa, we have the Base Africa community, we have Borderless, we have Onboard, we have Yellow Card, we have BChain. In Based LATAM, we have the Based LATAM community, we have Buenbit. In Based India, we have FBI, Levitate Labs, Gen, Octo. In Based Southeast Asia, we have Based Southeast Asia, we have Yield Guild Games, we have Coins, we have BitCub. All of these people have been so critical to making this event happen. They helped us do local community region kickoffs. They're hosting events. They're helping us get the word out and sign up new builders. They're providing technology support. It's a truism that we could not be doing this without them. And so I just want to say thank you to all of these folks for showing up for Base, for showing up for the on-chain economy, and for showing up for builders around the world who are going to be able to build better because of their support. And so with that, let me leave you with one final message, which is now is our time. we've been building the infrastructure for more than a decade. I started working on crypto in 2012. So it's been literally 12 years. And I thought it was going to happen pretty fast. Like I was like, oh, it'll be a few years. Here we are 12 years later. But I can honestly say that there has never been a better time to build than right now. Right now. And that is because we finally have low cost block space in things like Base and Layer 2s. We have really easy to use wallet experiences with things like the Smart Wallet. And we have incredibly powerful social and identity graphs that are being built on chain that you can use to figure out who people actually are, to give them customized experiences, to do things that were never before possible, like credit. Those technologies have converged in just the last 6 months. And that opens up this massive space of what's possible that wasn't even possible a year ago or 2 years ago. And if we're going to bring the world on chain, it's going to start with what we build. And it's going to start with people like the folks watching this video, pulling together those pieces of technology, pulling together their unique local insights about what the problems they're seeing on the ground are, and building real solutions that solve real problems for real everyday people. And so now is our time. Now is your time. Go forth and build, create something incredible. And I can't wait to support all of you, to shout out all of you, to champion all of you, to reward all of you, and to see all of you in person in just about a month and change so we can celebrate. And so with that, I'm going to hand it over to Denver, who's going to talk through a bunch of the logistics. But I'm so excited to be building here with all of you, and I can't wait to see what all of y'all build.
Thanks, Jesse. Thanks for bringing the on-chain energy to everyone here. And yeah, like you said, right, super cool to be. This is probably the best way to spend the next 3 weeks. Build with your friends. You'll never be alone if you build with your friends, and just have fun, right? It's so much fun bringing the world on chain, and there is so much to do. There's so much we can do to, really remove all the intricacies, abstract all the middlemen, and bring the world finally on chain. And now is the time to do it. And let me talk a bit about how we go about it now. So here are the key dates. So the Buildathon starts off tomorrow, 27th September. From 27th September to October 13th, we're going to have mentorship. We're going to have workshop periods. We're going to have, and during which you can build. October 7th, we're going to do a sort of a mid-Buildathon check-in. That's a great time to sort of submit your project early and get some feedback in. So that's usually the time. That's a great time, in fact, to be talking about what you're building in public, on X, on Farcaster, wherever. To be honestly, go hunt down folks on the street if you have to, right? And just tell them what you're building, and maybe get some feedback, fine tune your project, and you can then submit your project on October 13th. That's the project submission deadline. There is one common project submission deadline for all the 4 Buildathons, and November is when the winners are announced. All right. And to make it all worth the effort, there's 100 ETH in prizes. Each region has a prize pool of 25 ETH. That's no small money, friend. So I would say, if you wanted any motivation, though, to be honest, for us, simply the act of building is motivation enough. You can get a part of 25 ETH price pool, and you can use that to further your app. You can continue building on chain and actually figure out how you can take things ahead. All right. How can you register? How, where, and when can you register? You can register on these dedicated microsites that we have built out for the Buildathon. So there's one microsite per region. So there's based africa.devfolio.co for Africa. There's based india.devfolio.co for India. There's based LATAM for LATAM, and based SEA for SEA. So you can go to the QR code which is relevant to you, and you can sign up for that. Yeah. All right. Moving ahead, when you land on the QR code, you'll land on the microsite, and this is what you'll see. You can go and quickly click through which region is relevant to you and click on join now. and then you'll be able to start building your project. So you just need to fill in some details. If you have already filled in details for hackathons before on DevFolio, you can like have a shorter sort of form, but then complete whatever is missing and just like get to 100% and click on submit. Once you click on submit, this is where you can go and add a project. You can either build solo or you can build as a team, and then you're all set to participate in the build-a-thon. Now, coming to if you want to figure out what to build, we are going to put together a list of ideas over the next few days, which we are curating with the communities that are helping us with the regional build-a-thons. And we'll have an idea bank very soon so that you can all get ideas on what to build. So just once you have these ideas, you can just go and pick whatever resonates with you more and whatever really speaks to you and go ahead and build it. All right, here is where you can join in all the action. You should, don't forget to join the base Discord. Here is where you can join the Discord. And you should also read our code of conduct. Our code of conduct covers much of the standard things. You know, it's just cool to be cool to your fellow builders and just be nice. And if everybody is nice, we all have a good time. Just as a reminder, harassment and abuse will not be tolerated. Just make the world a better place for everybody to build, and it'll all be great. So this is how you can start building a better world on chain, starting with your local community. This is finally the build-a-thon where you can stop worrying about, you know, like if you build, like, will people come? For sure. Like, you know, if you build on chain, Base has like Base and Jesse will definitely do everything that's possible to put you in ahead of like the audience that can get users for your app. And the way they can do that if you keep building and share your progress on Farcaster and X. And at the end, like, don't forget to say hi to Jesse. Jesse is going to do a world tour right around November, and like, I think, what's the plan there, Jesse?
I'm so excited to go around the world. We're stopping in 5 cities. So we'll start in Nairobi and see a bunch of folks from Base Africa. Then we're going to fly to Bangalore and get to meet a bunch of folks from FBI, hopefully Denver and the team. Then we're going to fly to Bangkok, where we're going to coincide with DevCon and hopefully see a ton of builders there. Then we'll go to Singapore. The Singapore folks have been holding it down with Base for a while. A bunch of folks were just at Token 24/9, so excited to kind of build on that energy. And then we will go to Manila, and we'll be in Manila for the Yield Guild Games event with that whole team, which Gabby has been an incredible leader in Philippines, and YGG is just a force. And so we're super excited about that. And so we are doing all of that in about 2.5, 3 weeks. So it's like 2 days in each country, travel days. And I couldn't be more excited. There's nothing quite like the energy of meeting builders in person and shaking hands and saying hi and listening and learning and understanding what are the challenges that they're facing that we can help them solve. And so I'm so excited to meet so many of you in person and shake your hands and listen and hopefully find ways to help you build even better. So stay tuned. We'll be sharing more on the exact logistics in the next couple of weeks. But you can expect we'll have kind of a community event in every city. And then some time for me to meet folks and the rest of my team to meet folks. We're bringing folks from across the Base team. So we're going to have all kinds of people that will be helpful to builders and hopefully help us learn a lot at the same time.
All right. And here, if you haven't registered for the Build-a-thon yet, here's how you can register again. There's just some QR codes that you can scan and just get started building.
Just build it. I love it. Well, I'll just close this out by saying thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching this, and thank you for building. This is not going to be easy. It's not easy to transform the world. It's not easy to build a new global economy that works better for the people. that's really hard because we're taking all these systems that have been around for decades or even 100 centuries at times, and we're saying we can do better and we can build better. And that requires working through all of this bureaucracy and upending people who have kind of monopolies and figuring out how do we build something that works better for all of y'all and for all the people in your communities and your countries that you care about. And so if you're just digging in, welcome. If you've been here for a while, thank you for being here and building. And keep in mind that it's not going to happen overnight. This is going to take months and years of sustained hard work from all of us. And the best thing that we can do is just keep building. Stay based, keep building. Be positive, be optimistic, put the team over the individual, push boundaries with creativity, work hard, believe in yourself. If you embody those values, the based values, anything is possible. And I think that's what I've been doing for a while. That's what Denver and the Devfolio team has been doing that for a while. That's what the whole base ecosystem has been doing. And we're just getting started. We're about a year into our journey. It's still day one. We have many years ahead of hopefully building something absolutely generational. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for building, and see hopefully many of you in person in about a month. Keep building, y'all. Stay based.